Elder abuse is a significant social issue that currently affects a large senior population. It is easy for young people to turn a blind eye to this issue because they feel as though it does not affect them, but the reality is that we all will age eventually. Forms of elder abuse can take place emotionally, physically, financially, and in the form of neglect. It is up to a wide variety of individuals, professionals, organizations, caretakers, and society to address this issue. There is a current large population of seniors in Arizona, specifically due to the nice weather. Along with across the United States, we have a rising elder population. Arizona has a relatively large aging population comprising an estimated 1.3 million seniors 65 years and older, which is around 18% of the Arizona population. But elder abuse really affects us all. Aging is a natural stage of life we will all reach at some point. Addressing this social issue now will not only help current seniors, but also create a better future for the younger generation when we become more vulnerable in our old age. Elder abuse has significant or severe consequences. Elder abuse is a serious type of crime because it targets a particularly vulnerable victim, similar to that of a helpless child in some cases. The abuse itself has significant consequences because it can take different forms, such as emotional, physical, neglect, and financial. Elder abuse is a type of crime that, when society and law enforcement do not take seriously, it sets a distasteful precedent about societal views that we do not care about our vulnerable elders. Elder abuse can also have such serious consequences that can significantly shorten the life expectancy of an older person who already has health concerns in general. Forms of neglect in many elder abuse cases have been the cause of an elder person's death. Death is an everlasting consequence that cannot be undone. Research shows that elder abuse victims experience a mortality rate 3 times higher than of non-victims. Elder abuse also cannot be solved by an individual or organization. Addressing elder abuse involves the cooperation of law enforcement agencies, individuals, especially children and families of the senior, and the healthcare system, and an overall societal awareness and advocacy. This is where I had the pleasure of interning with the Attorney General's office. I was under the Special Investigations section of their Criminal Investigations Unit. It was wonderful, honestly. They investigate so many different ranges of crimes that affect people in Arizona. Namely, a unit that I worked closely with was the Elder Abuse Unit here, which is very unique to Arizona. Not a lot of other states have this type of investigation section, so it was really great getting to work alongside agents and helping them gather evidence, looking through different cases, going through medical files of different seniors here in Arizona that were negatively impacted through some sort of financial abuse, physical abuse, or neglect of long care assisted living facilities. There were many cases that I had the pleasure of assisting. Even though you don't often get to see the faces or meet face-to-face the victims of elder abuse that I was assisting investigate, you still get the sense of their whole life story through their medical records. You can kind of see how their health might be rapidly declining, how their family might be neglecting them, how the medical system is failing them, and you kind of just get a whole story of kind of who this person was and what their unique struggles were as a senior. Many cases I worked on involved financial corruption or financial fraud. There was one case I worked on where it was looking into a child of a senior who was wrongfully and fraudulently using their parents' financial records and information to take over their accounts and spend their money. Unfortunately, the elder that was involved, that was a victim of this, did pass away and was severely neglected by the children, and the COVID-19 situation really affected this individual who was already a victim of something else, and the COVID-19 pandemic just exacerbated the situation.
They're locked in their rooms with 3 times a day. They're getting food in a box, and that's it.
Kind of preventing this elderly individual from getting the help they needed and traveling to different supports of other family members to take care of them. So it was quite a sad situation to investigate. And then on the other hand, some of the work that I did mainly involved financial investigations. So like I said, in these type of situations, you don't always get to see who the person was. You don't get to see their face, or you just have their name and some numbers, and you really do get to see kind of just through the numbers who this person was, what they like to do, what they're spending their money on, and you get to see the unique challenges that face elders that way as well. In 2022, Chris Mays was elected as Arizona's new Attorney General. The Attorney General of the state has many responsibilities, and they are basically, in short, the legal representation for the state and of the state. So part of Chris Mays' job is to investigate and prosecute crimes that are occurring in the state of Arizona. Chris Mays has done a fantastic job looking after the elder population of Arizona. The Elder Affairs Unit at the Attorney General's office really encompasses a broad range of issues and crimes that affect elders in Arizona. Some may think that elders are just affected by their old age or their health, but a lot of different issues encompasses that. And because of their older age and their health comes a lot of vulnerability that makes them easy targets or victims in many financial exploitation crimes. One new task force that has been developed and that reflects the modern age and new issues that come with advancing technology is the cryptocurrency fraud unit, and most of the victims there are senior citizens. Although cryptocurrency scams can affect many people, it is the senior citizen population that we really want to make sure we are protecting because of their lack of knowledge and familiarity with the new technology. One thing that is admirable that Chris Mays does is she often holds information sessions at different living facilities or communities within Arizona that are populated with seniors, where she can just have an open forum conversation with them, educate them about how to avoid certain scams, what legal rights they are entitled to, what law enforcement help they can seek out, and just generally letting them know that they're looked after. That is really amazing that Chris Mays is doing that. At the end of the day, it's us young people who need to change society for the better, for ourselves when we're older, and for the many generations to come, and our aging population that will always persist in society. Many local and national events have changed the trajectory of how elder abuse is addressed. An example of a national event includes, in 2010, the U.S. Government Accountability Office released a report highlighting severe gaps in the nation's ability to prevent, detect, and respond to elder abuse, noting widespread neglect in nursing homes and financial exploitation by caregivers. This event highlights systemic weakness in elder care protections and raises awareness about the need for stronger federal oversight and resource allocation to address abuse. Similarly, in 2018, the National Council on Aging reported that older adults lose an estimated $2.9 billion annually to financial exploitation, a problem that has increased with the growing population of aging Americans. This event highlights the scale of financial abuse and its significant economic impact, emphasizing the urgent need for better safeguards against scams and exploitation targeting seniors. Lastly, which affected both local and national is the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020 that exposed and exacerbated elder abuse, with numerous reports of neglect and abuse in long-term care facilities due to understaffing and limited oversight during lockdowns, resulting in death or long-term health impacts for patients. This event illustrates how crises can worsen existing vulnerabilities, making it clear that systemic reforms are necessary to protect elders in times of public health emergencies. The COVID-19 pandemic also highlighted weaknesses in the healthcare system which many seniors rely on. In 2011, the Arizona Attorney General's Office launched the Task Force Against Senior Abuse. This demonstrates Arizona's proactive approach to combat elder abuse by coordinating legal resources and public awareness efforts at the state level. In 2017, an investigation revealed widespread neglect in Arizona's assisted living facilities, with multiple cases of preventable deaths due to inadequate care and oversight by the Arizona Department of Health Services. This event highlights systemic failures in the oversight of care facilities, emphasizing the need for stricter regulations and enforcement to protect vulnerable elders. In 2021, the Arizona legislature passed HB 2111, enhancing penalties for financial exploitation of vulnerable adults and increasing mandatory reporting requirements for suspected elder abuse. Having the perspective that, although I am not at an aging stage in my life yet, I want to employ empathy to those who are, so that society will be a more caring place for when it is my generation's time to enter old age. I care about my grandparents and other vulnerable individuals like them. They still have a life to live despite their challenges and deserve to be protected. I look forward to a continued volunteering opportunity with the AGO and hope to attend law school where I could become an advocate for vulnerable seniors in my community. Understanding the experiences of seniors and how it applies to the statutes of abuse, exploitation, and neglect can make me a better attorney suited for advocating for clients with a deepened sense of social empathy.